flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
What's up, Dr. J fam? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a new shoe review from a company I have not done before. We have Asics, specifically the Novablast 4 Paris edition. A lot of you have been in the comments recommending Asics shoes. A shoe that I keep seeing recommended is the Novablast 4. So I'm going to try that out with you guys today and we'll see how it goes. Just to clarify, I'm not an avid runner, but I do over 10,000 steps a day in healthcare. And I am a foot doctor, so I can give you a unique opinion on these shoes that may not be what the other runners on YouTube are giving. With all that said, let's open up the box. Here they are. So unlike most of my other videos, I tried to get some less neutral colors to be a little more fun for you guys. They call these colors Safety Yellow and Matcha Green. This is a limited edition color for this shoe. Again, it's called the Paris edition. It's supposed to be inspired by the City of Lights. First impression with this shoe right out of the box, it's very light. It seems a little stiff, but seems durable. We obviously have the max cushion, which most of the shoes I've been reviewing have this max cushion because, again, I like to review more based on everyday wear and more casual wear rather than running. So these are obviously really unique looking. Something worth mentioning, these are more for a neutral or underpronating foot. So if this is your foot and it's going outward like this, that would be a pronating foot, and an underpronating foot is where your foot's kind of going inward, or a neutral foot, which is just a normal step. Specifically on the Asics site, it says this is for shock absorption. It could be for if you have shin splints or plantar fasciitis, these could be a good shoe for you. Or if you have ankle strain on the outer ankle, this could be a great shoe for you. Again, this is a very, very plush shoe all around. Seems like at the heel, at the forefoot, and including the tongue in this area back here where your Achilles would be. Very soft, very cushioned. Seems like it would be very comfortable, but of course I'll have to try them out. Asics have obviously been around for a long time and a very well-known shoe brand. I just haven't looked into them as much, but I'm here to do that today. Just to show you some details, at the tongue here it says Sound Mind. Under it says Sound Body. That's interesting. The FF Blast Plus, which I'm assuming means forefoot Blast Plus. According to Asics, 75% of the upper here is made of recycled materials, and they're trying to reduce the carbon footprint of these shoes. They actually even put the carbon footprint in the shoe here. I don't know if you could see that. It says 11.2 kilograms of CO2, but it just shows that they're very conscious of their carbon footprint and the environment. So with all that said, let's get right into trying them on and see how they feel, and I can tell you my opinion. Here I'm just testing the forefoot of the shoe, making sure it's nice and responsive. Doing some jumping tests, which I encourage you guys to do even if you're going to wear it as a casual shoe, just so you know the full shoe in its entirety and what it's capable of. Here I'm going to take it through the walking test and the running test on the treadmill. I'll throw in a little slow-mo action for you guys so you can really take a look at the responsiveness of the shoe. So I definitely have to come up with a ranking system to get all my shoes in order. After wearing these Novablast 4s from Asics, I do have some good things to say and some critical things to say. Some of the good is you definitely feel very stable in this shoe. The upper really hugs your foot and ankle. One thing I don't like about these compared to the Hokas and other shoes I've reviewed in the past, specifically the Hokas, is the sole of the shoe with the max cushion portion. It doesn't feel as cloud-like as those shoes. It's a little more stiff of a shoe overall. Potentially that may make this shoe more durable in the long run. Some of those more squishy, cloud-like shoes break down after only a few months of wear, whereas this shoe potentially could last longer because it feels more durable and it has less of that cloud-like feel. Now, this is still a very comfortable shoe. Seems like a very high-quality shoe. It was very fun to run in. very fun to walk around in. I think these would be great casually day to day. So I want to kind of put this in categories. One thing is the comfort of the upper. This one would have a 9 out of 10 with the comfort of the upper. The comfort of the tongue on these shoes is excellent. It's a perfect balance of cushion and breathability, where some other cushion shoes are a little bit too cushioned at the tongue and some are just too light. So this is a great mix between the two. As well as this back portion in terms of Achilles support, that's a very, very great aspect of these shoes. It almost feels like a little massage to your foot when you put it on. It made me almost relaxed and tired. Now when it comes to the max cushion sole of the shoe, I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. Now, like I said, that's a good score, but it's nothing exceptional like the Hokas I've tried. The feel of this shoe is something I would compare mostly to the On Cloud Cloud Monster. That's just because I really like the upper, but the sole is lacking a little bit. Overall, I'm being very critical of this shoe, but it's a great shoe to walk in. Now that's just little critiques, so I'm not saying every shoe is a perfect shoe. These are still great shoes, and I see why a lot of you recommended them. I would definitely buy a few different colors of this shoe to swap around and try day to day. Seems like they would be a great casual shoe for those who are on their feet all day long for work or other things. You definitely won't regret getting these. If I had to rank all the shoes I've worn, I'd put these just above the Cloud Monsters, but below the Hoka Cliftons and below the Hoka Bondi 8s. Some of you may love this shoe and say that the stiff yet cushioned sole is perfect for you. Personally, I think these may be better for runners, or if you're standing maybe 12 plus hours a day, these are probably a very good shoe for you because maybe you won't experience that fast breakdown that some other max cushion shoes have. These were still very flexible, very breathable, and felt great to wear. Now we do have that classic rocker bottom feel to this shoe, and it did really feel like I was gliding when I was running. So in terms of running, these are great. So for runners, I may see why you'd go over this over a shoe like the Hoka, but for everyday casual wear, I'd maybe go lean toward the Hokas. Nonetheless, I want to stress everyone has differently shaped feet, and some of you might like this more. One last thing I want to touch on is the looks. Asics I've seen in the past were much worse looking than these shoes. Asics is definitely getting on the wave of better looking shoes and trying to be a little more flashy, which is kind of nice. In a work environment, I obviously wouldn't be wearing this color. I'd be going for a more toned down, darker gray or black or white version, which they do have on the site. But I just wanted to be a little fun and mix it up with this Paris edition version. And I do think they actually look very cool if you're running around in these shoes. In just the few minutes I wore these, I did get a few compliments. My score in terms of the looks would be an 8 out of 10. My overall score for these shoes would probably be an 8.5. So don't just take my word for it. If I were you, I would try these out. Asics has a 90-day return policy. You know, try these on, see if they're for you, and feel comfortable about possibly having to return them or exchange them. 90 days is much longer than most shoe companies give to return their shoes, so that's one thing I definitely enjoyed about Asics. So tell me what you guys think. Are Asics at the top of your list, or is it another shoe like the Hokas or the On brand? I want to hear from you guys, so please let me know what you think about these shoes or any of the other shoes I've reviewed. I appreciate the suggestion. I'm willing to try any shoe or product you guys want me to. So please let me know in the comments what you guys would like me to try next or add to my videos. With all that said, please like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you thinking? Just click the button, join me on the next few videos, and see what you think of my channel. I promise to not disappoint you. I'm gonna keep reviewing shoes until I get an all-time top 5 list. So let's continue on the journey to find the best shoes in the world. And look, I'll definitely let you guys know if a shoe is totally not worth buying, but so far the shoes in my reviews all worth buying. So take a look at these, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys appreciated this review. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.